Hi students, today we will be studying about the method of solving parallel AC circuits by admittance method. So in your syllabus, 3 methods are required: by phasor diagram, by phasor algebra and by equivalent admittance method. But to understand this equivalent admittance method, we have to know about the equivalent impedance method. So in the last 2 classes, we have studied about solving parallel AC circuits by phasor diagram method and phasor algebra method. Now there is one simple method which is known as equivalent impedance method, which requires very less calculation. So in this method, what is done? Equivalent or total impedance of the parallel circuit is taken out, or it is calculated. Now how it will be calculated? By just drawing the or modifying the circuit. Like in the circuit which we considered, there was a simple parallel AC circuit. In the first branch there were 2 components, namely a resistor R1 and a capacitor C1. In the second branch again there were 2 components, another resistor R2 and another component that is an inductor of inductance L2. Now here in the equivalence impedance method, what is done? We draw the impedance parallelly. So it is a just generalized diagram. Here what it is done, this is the voltage source and parallelly the impedances are drawn like this. Now in this case, here in figure 1 there are 2 impedance Z1 and Z2, so we have to consider just 2. But if there are more than 2 branches, then the calculative method, it is a phasor diagram or phasor algebra method, would be a tedious one, or it will require very much time. So to simplify the process, we can use the equivalent impedance method and or the equivalent admittance method. So here what it is done, as I have already mentioned, that the impedances are drawn parallelly, and then we can find out the current. In the equation we can write the equation. See, since it's a parallel circuit, the total current will get divided across these nodes. Here at first node it will say it is I1, next it is I2, then I3, till, since the generalized diagram, say till IN. So the total current will be the sum of all these branch currents. So total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 till IN. For our case, for this figure 1, it will be I will be equal to I1 plus I2. So again we know I is what? I is V by Z, that is voltage by impedance. Now here, since it's a parallel circuit, it will be we can write the voltage as V, since the voltage is same across the parallel circuit. So V by ZT, let us consider the total impedance across the circuit is, say, ZT. So V by ZT is equal to V by Z1. Z1 is the impedance across this branch 1. Again Z2 is the impedance across the branch 2. Similarly Z2 Zn till Zn. So V by Z1 by V by Z2 plus V by Z3 plus V by Zn. So again, if we take V common, in the next step I am writing here V by ZT is equal to V by 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 till 1 by Zn. So V will get cancelled. We will finally get 1 by ZT is equal to 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 plus 1 by Z3 till 1 by Zn. That means what? We have found out ZT. So from this equation, 1 by ZT is equal to 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2 till 1 by Zn. Now we know, how will you find out? You see, we know Z1, if R1 and XC1 is found out, then we can find out Z1. Similarly, we can find out Z2, that is the impedance of branch 1 and impedance of branch 2. So from there we can find out the total impedance by this equation. So by finding out this total impedance, we can find out the total current. How you see? Total current is simple, V by ZT. So voltage will be given, the voltage source, magnitude of the voltage will be given, and ZT we will find out by this equation 1. Here it is given, say equation 1. So this is the line current. So it can be found out very easily. Now one point you have to note, as it is written here, the relation 1 compares with that for parallel resistance, but with one important difference that for each impedance it is complex form and takes care of magnitude as well as impedance angle. Therefore, all algebraic operation, that is addition, division and subtraction, must be in complex form. That means we will ZT or Z1, this equation, we have to calculate it in the complex form rather than calculating it arithmetically. Complex form means one A plus IB form. We will find out in A plus IB form the calculation which we have done in phasor algebra, so those will be used.